Of all the incompetence and boneheadedness that Canadian citizens have seen for the past decade, this may just take the cake. This morning, Anita Anand, one of our stupidest MPs, just announced that another $40 million of Canadian taxpayer money will be going to Gaza. Another $40 million. We've already sent $55 million, so $95 million Canadian taxpayer dollars are going to Gaza, a country that is led by a terrorist organization. We have sent $95 million to a country that doesn't have a government. The country of Gaza, country of Palestine, does not have a government. It is run by Hamas, which every international body says is a terrorist organization. Can somebody please explain to me how in a country where we have 2 million Canadians using food banks, the middle and lower classes are disappearing because we are flooding our economy with low-skilled workers? 5 out of 6 immigrants are low-skilled workers. We've been flooded by nearly 8 million in the past decade. Middle and lower class Canadians are struggling like never before. How does the Canadian government possibly justify? How do we have $95 million to send to a terrorist organization? At this point, they are rubbing it in our faces that our government absolutely hates us. And another incredible thing is they're so proud of it. They're so proud standing in front of the camera talking about how we're sending another $40 million over to the Middle East. The tone deafness is truly incredible. I know Mark Carney is a WF Davos puppet who works in service of global elites, but are these MPs that tone deaf? Currently, 76% of Canadians say enough immigration. We can't withstand anymore. Yet they continue to allow hundreds of thousands of people to pour into the country. These are global elitists who they don't live a normal life. They don't understand how damaging their policies are for the everyday Canadian walking around, which is why we need to stand up and start making some noise, because they clearly don't read polls. Like I said, more than 3 in 4 Canadians are currently saying enough immigration. This country cannot withstand it anymore. Yet they continue. Carney is just continuing Trudeau's immigration policies. We're actually offering, there's a new government program called Rainbow Refugees, where we're offering for 2S LGBTQ citizens to come to Canada and have their first year all expenses paid. Immigrants are eligible to get up to $230 a day from our government. And it's time that Canadians wake up and realize this is not some sort of a mistake. It's not as though the Liberal government and Mark Carney are just misguided in terms of what they're doing. This is intentional. They are replacing the population. They hate middle and lower class Canadians. Absolutely hate us. It's a plan to destroy the West, and it is fully in motion. Destroy the West by bureaucracy. It's never been clear. Bill C-63, the Online Harms Act, is the final nail in the coffin of free speech in Canada. They're going to be able to lock you up for so-called pre-crimes, life in jail for so-called incitement to genocide. Canadians, wake up. We are losing our country, and we are losing our country incredibly quickly. If you're interested in supporting me, hit the link in my bio. I'm going to be organizing a rally up on Parliament Hill in the next 2-3 weeks if you're interested in joining, because clearly just making noise on social media, complaining about it, is not going to change a policy one bit. So we actually have to start getting physically out in the streets, and the Liberals will not be able to stop us from doing that because they allow other groups to shut down our goddamn streets every single day. So real Canadians are allowed to get out there and make their voices heard as well. Again, $40 million to a terrorist organization. Enough is enough. Wake up, Canada.